Yeah, facing reality in Nigeria is very difficult. And I'm sorry to say this, I'm not that person that will tell you what you want to hear. I keep on trying to let us understand the reality of the Nigerian politics. Now, APC has appointed 12 senior advocates of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Meanwhile, some people were happy and celebrating, jubilating that Peter Obi is being represented by the same lawyer that gave them the victory in Anambra State, but forgetting that this is a national matter, not a state matter. Now, the CAPC has appointed 12 senior advocates of Nigeria. At the same time, even the court now has ruled that INEC can reconfigure BVAS, that's the settings and everything, which means data will be lost. So INEC has promised the court that they will save or back up the actual data in one space or the other. But programmers will understand, other people will understand. Surely, once this data is backed up, they are not online and it can be manipulated. Anyway, that is not even the point. My point is this, that considering everything that is happening in Nigeria, it is better for us to know that once Tinubu is sworn in, there may be little or nothing to do. And from the look of things, nobody may be able to stop him from being sworn in. If possible, yes, maybe things can turn around and fly around in one way or the other. But now that they have appointed senior advocates, good lawyers as well, though we, though we have also seen Nigerians spreading some pictures and so on that even the advocates were struggling to take pictures with Peter Obi. It doesn't mean they are not enemies, even if it happened that way. But they are still going to face the job that they were paid to do. For you to become an advocate for APC, it means a lot because it means that you are a big lawyer. So they are not people that will be easily carried away because they saw someone like Peter Obi. Because for them to be representing Bola Tinubu, Muhammadu Buhari, it shows that they are big lawyers. So they are not kids and they are not commoners, let's put it that way. The point is, like as I try to say all the time, we have to choose to stop flogging a dead horse. This is just the truth, whether you like it or not. Because now, they are going to make sure that this case is delayed till he is sworn in as the president. And once he is sworn in, things will begin to take a different shape because he is now the commander-in-chief of the armed forces and the one that will appoint the chief justice of the federation and so on and so forth. So this is the Nigerian situation. I am a Nigerian, though I live abroad, but the issue of Nigeria is deep down inside my heart. I have played politics before in Nigeria, and I'm going to come back to Nigeria to play the same politics. I left PDP because of things like this. I went far in PDP. Even before PDP, I was very young when I went into politics. And they couldn't give me a party card until I was 18. I joined political party. I joined politics before I even became 18 years old. So now, this is just the whole truth. I am coming back. So I want our youth to also understand one thing. the things that we want, we believe in God, yes, but the things that we want may be different from what God wants for us. Because in all this, I keep on saying it. I've listened to their campaigns. Even before now, I've listened to campaigns of presidents, intentional presidents, those that want to become president. But there are two things that I have actually marked about Bola Tinubu that made sense to me. Though most times he does not talk. He will say, do you want me to talk so that people will copy me? Then we had a lot of things like Bala Blue and so on, popcorn and all that. Okay, well, good. But he has said two things that really struck me. I am not his supporter. I didn't support anybody this time because I'm going to come back personally and support my own cause. Now, naturally, Tinubu is the only person that I've heard talking about tax incentive to companies, that is workers' tax, so that it will encourage more employment. This is important because it's a strategy that most times they use in developed countries to attract employment and to reduce unemployment. Then he talked about also, he talked about credits, bank credits. He talked about loans, that he will also encourage or make loans flexible, something like that, so that people will no longer need to carry 100 million naira or 20 million naira to buy a house most times and pay at the same spot. This is what is being practiced in most developed countries. Even if you have the money, you don't have to pay once. It is discouraged in developed countries. So if you, as a rich person, as a millionaire, can go to a bank and get a mortgage that you will be paying every month, all you have to do is to declare your income, your average income, so that they understand, okay, this is your average income. You can be paying this amount every month for this property. So if you're asking for a property that is worth, for instance, 50 million naira, they know that you can be paying every month. So if Tinubu is already thinking like this, which means he's also going to create an atmosphere that will encourage or that will allow all traders, workers, the employed, and so on and so forth, to be registered. For instance, though we always see him as someone that encouraged talks, agberos in Lagos and all that. Yes, we know. But from this point that he is making, if he can actually carry this out, it will allow people to be able, even the people that you see as the normal people, the small traders, the small farmers, the market women, and so on and so forth, as far as they can register their businesses, they can also go to bank and take loan to either maximize their businesses or to renovate their homes or to send their children to school or to buy the kind of car that they want, and so on and so forth, as far as they can pay instrumentally. Mind you, Tinubu is the only person that talked about this. The others, they will just tell you about importation, exportation, security, electricity, road, and so on and so forth. So we don't know. God may want a different thing for us, something that is different from what we want, because God knows what is good for us. We know that it may seem an embarrassment. Tinubu is old, he seems weak, but if he has policies that he has already written down, his cabinet, if they are sincere, they can carry it out. I'm not saying that it is right to rig the election, but some people are also saying that even Peter Obi rigged the election, even PDP rigged the election. Okay, let us leave Peter Obi aside. Labour Party. Is there a way that PDP will not rig an election? The same PDP that is going to court. Is it possible that PDP didn't rig this election one way or the other. You see that this is a serious problem. And then if you go to some areas, the Labour Party may have also rigged elections because depends on who is representing you in that area. Peter Obi wasn't present everywhere. People are even accusing Peter Obi that he rigged the elections in Anambra State. They could have proof. For instance, it is not Peter Obi. It could be his own believers, his own followers. The same thing as Atiku Abubakar. Atiku Abubakar cannot come out to tell us that he did not rig election. If Atiku Abubakar is taking APC to court, he is like a how do I call it? A kettle that is calling a pot black. How? Just think about it. PDP will now tell you that they didn't rig anywhere in this election. APC could have rigged more than them, or Tinubu may have paid the INEC chairman, may have made a better offer, or Tinubu may have been favored by Buhari, because definitely the INEC chairman, who was appointed basically by all means, or most likely by Buhari, will take the last order from Buhari. So what are we not saying? Going to court, the way I even saw some people posting, one man said they have to collect the certificate from a Tinubu. We like to play too much. In Nigeria, we too like cruise. Oh, this might just be the problem. We know they won't face reality. We know they won't face reality. One man just come out, they talk, say, make they collect certificate of return from Tinubu. Everybody just they are APC, man. I saw it be. It happen like that. It's a miracle for Nigeria. Labile Oga, even if he talks about this, should we give legality chances? Yes, Labile, you have a point. But none of these people are innocent of the same accusations. We know that the youth really came out to vote for Peter Obi. Let us put it that way. So Peter Obi had 6 million votes plus. PDP had 6 million votes plus. Is it PDP that did not rig election? Is it Labour Party that did not rig election in some areas? There are some leaders that will be in your political party. They don't want to lose that place. That is either their ward or their local government or their constituency, and they are connected. They have the powers, they have the wherewithal and everything in that area. They will do everything to deliver that area for you. And these people may have also did the same thing for Labour Party, for Peter Obi, and some areas may also show that more people voted for either APC or PDP than Labour Party, but Labour Party had more votes. This is the truth about Nigeria. There is nobody that has, you may hardly find someone that has the same art as Peter Obi. Even recently, I've started seeing even some people that were shouting Peter Obi, Labour Party. I've seen them returning now. The same youth. Some have started campaigning for PDP. Some have started campaigning for APC under the excuse that it is not the party. This is not the presidency. So in my state, I want you to vote for PDP. So we say in my state, I want you to vote for APC. The same people that were asking people to vote for Labour Party. Now you are confusing your followers. The same youth, the same young people. They have started asking people now to either vote for PDP or vote for APC and are discussing, this is not national level, this is state level, my governor is so and so of PDP, my governor is so and so of APC. This is Nigeria for you. If you are in PDP or APC, they put you there. So if you have things that you want to do, you can never achieve those things because you don't own yourself, because they own you. It's like they own you. We have a serious problem in Nigeria. Okay, take for instance, Peter Obi is seen as a capitalist, but he went into Labour Party. And the ideology of Labour Party is socialism, social equality, economics, and all that. But a capitalist went into their political party and tried to become the president. He has an opposite idea of that political party, simply because PDP didn't allow him to contest as the president after he paid and everything. The same way he left APGA, came to PDP. If you check all these political parties, just try, research on your own. Check, for instance, search APGA, look at their ideology and position. Search APC, look for the ideology and position. Search PDP, look at their ideology and positions. Search all these political parties in Nigeria. You see that most times they have different ideologies, different things that they like to do for the society. But at the same time, you see our politicians moving from one political party to another. Most of them do not even believe on the ideas of the political party, but simply because they feel that that is where they can be and win, they'll go there. So once you are there, most times you have to obey the things that you signed for. That is why I was saying the other time, now people are winning under Labour Party. How are we sure they are going to keep up to the things that Labour Party stands for? We have not tried Labour Party before. How are we even sure of what they stand for? Because this is Nigeria. And this is the first time we are trying Labour Party. And Nigeria is a country whereby after you win, you become like a semi-god. So you can also decide to leave that political party they are stressing you out. You know Nigeria now. We don't like stress. Now you don't see where money when they pass, they come out. You can't want they give a condition, say you must do like this, you must do like that, must. No, Nigerian man go waka leave you, go enter another party. These are the problems that we have. Meanwhile, in developed countries, that person may decide to leave that political party. Instead of joining an opposition political party, he or she will gather another political party that has the same ideology, because that is your ideology. So if these politicians in Nigeria are so faithful, are so decisive, why are they moving from political parties to political parties? Because they are selfish. Most of the time, they are selfish. So what I'm trying to say is this. Let us not begin to think or to expect, or should I use the word myopic? We should not begin to expect things that are not possible in a country like Nigeria. If you employ 100 lawyers, APC will get 200 or 300 lawyers. The only way that they cannot take some lawyers is when those lawyers say, I will not defend you because what you did is not correct. But there is no lawyer that they cannot pay. This is the simple truth. So let us try to face the truth, like as I always say, and prepare ourselves for a better fight. Because this fight that we are looking at, it will go on and go on and go on and go on. Even Atiku Abubakar is protesting, carrying people to go and protest. Atiku Abubakar, did you not rig the election? Even you rigged the election. If they should bring out all the correct results according to polling units, you are going to find out that even Atiku Abubakar rigged the election. So what are we not saying? And we are going to find out that even in some parts, some people that are loyal to Peter Obi also rigged the election. So at the end of the day, we are going to find a confusing situation in the courts. Oh, Labella, thank you for the stars. Yes, I saw it. And please, if you are watching, you can also send stars to support us. It's a digital gift that also help us to have some gift from you in the form of money, but you send it as stars. Because even today I posted a video. Right now we have started our program in the rural areas to help the people in the rural areas, to hear from them and also intervene in their situations. So we are going to try as much as possible to help some that may have to start a business, some that are sick. We have already started anyway. Some that are hungry. So please, you can support us with stars, and while we carry out this mission. We have started it. Tomorrow will be live, and the next election, in as much as possible, we are going to cover at least 1 or 2 or 3 polling units live so that people can see based on what we have heard. So this is the point. So thank you for the 99 stars, La Bed. So my brothers and sisters, my fellow Nigerians, I know how much we want change in this country, but this change will come gradually, believe me. We have started, and it will definitely come. This is the simple truth. It will definitely come. Because if you look at it, to build a nation takes a lot of time. So these may be the things that we need to pass through and so on and so forth before the breakthrough. To change Nigeria needs to begin with changing the laws in Nigeria. Okay, we know, Labed, we know that the elections are rigged everywhere, especially in Nigeria. But the 2000 election was one of the worst in Nigeria. Yes, that is true. That is true. Because we had someone like Tinubu, Atiku Abubakar, that is also done in Nigeria. And then we had a sitting president, Muhammadu Buhari. Then we had someone like Peter Obi that brought another light. That brought a great challenge to the political scene. Then, looking at Peter Obi, we also saw someone like Rabiu Kwankwaso, that even, whether you like it or not, Tinubu and Atiku Abubakar were also watching out for Kwankwaso. So there was no way they could have allowed the because now, just like we had two major political parties that usually divide the total votes in Nigeria. Now, there came other two forces, like Peter Obi got over 6 million votes. Rabiu Kwankwaso got over 1 million votes. Then APC got about 8 million votes. The PDP got about 6 million votes. Usually, it is not like this in Nigeria. You usually see other candidates having like 100,000, 300,000, 10,000, 6,000, and so on and so forth. While PDP and APC will divide the major result between themselves. So they already saw what happened. And they kind of had plan A, plan B, plan C. In case it is like this is what we will do. In case it is like this is what we will do. People were even thinking that Buhari will abandon Tinubu. People are still saying that Buhari actually thought of abandoning Tinubu, but Tinubu could do the unexpected in the last minutes. So this is the problem. That is why we saw a very, 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 very tough election because they got ready. Mind you, they are the same people that will be telling you, oh, who is Peter Obi, celebrity, internet preferred, internet best choice. But they also have technical crews, technical advisors, political specialists, people that carry out surveys. They have researchers that have gone around Nigeria. These are the things that we don't think about. But these people, they have all these professionals. They pay them. They are ready to carry out samples. They sample the opinions of everybody. They might have even sampled the opinions of Nigerians before that election. And these people can even be carrying out this sampling, their sampling strategies without even revealing their true identity. They can even go as a Peter Obi supporter and try to know what people are thinking. So Tinubu already knew what was going to happen. Atiku Abubakar already knew what was going to happen. But Tinubu had an edge over Atiku because maybe he had more money at his disposal or he had the support of Buhari. This is just the plain truth. But one thing that I want us to know is this. Until we change the laws in Nigeria, we should not expect miracle. We should not expect a court that will decide who will become the president in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Because even a court can decide tomorrow that the certificate of return should be collected from Tinubu, and the certificate of return will remain with Tinubu until he is sworn in, because nobody is going to enforce that court injunction. So at the end of the day, we are going to see Buhari handling over the mantle also to Tinubu. And once Tinubu is already the sitting president, there is nothing you can do about it. We are going to turn around until the next election. Then he has done one tenure, which is 4 years. And after that 4 years tenure, it may still, if the laws haven't changed, it's still going to be almost impossible to vote him out of that seat because the laws are still the same. If he could do it when he was not the president, trust he will do it when he will even do more when he's the president. Kona is going to tell you that Nigerians, they love my work, so they voted heavily so that I can return. And then you may even see Labour Party not having up to 2 million or 3 million, or even PDP not having up to 2 or 3 million. So this is the plain truth. Let us face it and try to strategize in a way that we can go on with other plans and not hoping on the courts in Nigeria. It's not as if there is no court in Nigeria, but the system does not give them the possibility to decide what is right for their citizens. This is the simple truth. So, however, let us focus our mind on reality and not the way we are going about it. Because I see a lot of people hoping and posting different things that one person said in one room, that the other one said in one corner, and so on and so forth. Some even cursing Tinubu and all that. It's not as if I'm supporting Tinubu, but believe me, you cannot curse who God has blessed. Most of you know the Bible more than me. For you to become a leader in any country, God is with you. Because if God is not with you, you cannot attain that position. So if God is with you, nobody can curse you. So this is basically the difference. That is why I said, let me quickly talk about this also. Because people were saying, hey, court has said that PDP and the Labour Party can look into all the results. They have right to get all the results sheets and all that and all that. But the same court has ruled now that INEC has the right to reconfigure the BVAS configuration. Meanwhile, doing this will erase everything, because you are reconfiguring, is like resetting. So it usually erases everything that is there. But they told the court that, okay, we are going to back up the existing files to a location. Now, which location can be that? So this is the point, my brothers and sisters. Let us face reality and begin to strategize on how to carry Nigeria forward and to change the way things are being done in Nigeria. So if there is anyone online that may like to come in to also share his or her opinion, you can come in. Or you can leave a comment. I will read and respond to you so that we can try to forge and mold the situation in Nigeria. Because this time, whatever it is that you can do for Nigeria, you have to do it. No effort is too small. Because if you want to build, we have to start building from ourselves. So no effort is too small. Whatever you know that you can do. If it is coming out to say something, yes, say it. Many years ago, when Goodluck Jonathan was the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I wrote something. I tagged him, I kind of broadly explained the importance of this national identification and why it is important to have these biometrics and all that. I just did it. But after some time, do you know that Goodluck Jonathan started that project that was completed by Buhari? So you may never know. Nobody is aware how it happened. Just the same way that since 2018, I've been stressing the need to put our coins back in circulation. It has, since 2018, I've been stressing for this. One day, you are going to see these coins back in circulation. The coins, the 5 naira, the 10 naira, the 20 naira, the 50 naira, the 100 naira. And we may have to rule out 1,000 naira notes and 500 naira notes, even the 200 naira notes, because the maximum that we should have now is even 100 naira in Nigeria, considering our level of inflation. We have 22.4% inflation rate in Nigeria. And at the level of 7% or 5%, it is already too high. But we have 22.4% level of inflation in Nigeria. And this is what we did to ourselves, because we intentionally devalued our currency. Apart from every other causes that can lead to the devaluation of currencies and so on and so forth. But the major cause was, it didn't have anything to do with a demand or supply or and so on and so forth. What we did was ignorantly abandoning the smaller denominations of our currencies. So in the end, you find that there is nothing that you can buy for 1 naira in Nigeria. There is nothing that you can buy for 2 naira. There is nothing that you can buy for 5 naira most times. So you start from maybe something like 20 or 25 naira. And then even if you have to buy a particular item for 25 naira, the vendor does not have 25 naira to give to you. So if you need only one of that commodity, you are forced to buy two, which means you are going to buy what you don't need, that you are going to throw away because you don't need it. So this is how we systematically injected inflation into our own economy. Because at the end of the day, prices went up because these monies are not available. So what you are supposed to buy for 1 naira, you now buy those things for even 20 naira. I haven't heard that one mangi cube in some areas can cost up to 20 naira or 10 naira because there is no 1 naira. A sachet of pure water in some areas is sold for 25 naira. And then you are feeling heat and all that, you want to buy chilled sachet water, one for 25 naira. And the vendor is going to tell you, I don't have change to give you, collect two. So you'll be forced to pay 50 naira. Then to quench your thirst, you drink the first one, which is the 25 naira. If you cannot finish the other one or you cannot drink the other one, you are going to take it along with you. And when it gets to the time that you want to drink it, it is already hot, you throw it away and buy another two. Then maybe in the period of 3 hours or 4 hours, you have already spent 100 naira to buy sachet water. The same thing as foodstuffs, because these are the basic things. The same thing as foodstuff. You go to the market, instead of buying, for instance, tomatoes for 5 naira, maybe you buy pepper 3 naira, maybe you buy fish 10 naira, and for instance, you took 100 naira to the market, you'll be able to manage it to buy the things that you need to cook stew or soup. But at this point, when you take 100 naira to the market, the person that is selling there does not have change to give to you. So the thing that you're supposed to buy for 1 naira, you buy it for 10 naira or even more. So you find out that at the end of the day, 100 naira will not be enough for you to buy the things that you want to buy. Instead, you may have to spend more. Then if you do not have more to spend, you have to leave it that way. Then maybe you have to buy only pepper and tomatoes without meat. This is how poverty starts. This is how poverty starts because your purchasing power now has been forcefully reduced. So in the same sense, if a person that, for instance, has to pay money for other services or has to pay someone that is working for him or her, is going to say, oh, look, things are very expensive. Instead of paying you 500 naira, I'm going to pay you 300 naira. And that same person is going to take that 300 naira to buy things that will not also be enough. And the chain continues. And the motor of the economy begins to turn around, and go back in reverse. This is how we intentionally caused inflation in Nigeria. Believe me, it had nothing to do with demand and supply. Most of the things that we need are still there. There were no excess demand over supply, and there were nothing like cost of production increased. That is why things became expensive. But things became expensive because we intentionally devalued our currency. Until tomorrow, if you tell Nigerians to carry coins, they'll tell you, so what they use and do? Coins way heavy. What they use and do? I beg you, I want 1,000 naira note. I want 500 naira note. How they carry 5 naira note? How they carry 10 naira note? Because the government has refused to sensitize its citizens. So this is the truth, and these are the things that we must face. If you tell an average Nigerian now that now coins we need for Nigeria, we need coins, we need 5 naira, we need 10 naira, we need 20 naira, they may even insult you. It's not their fault, but because they have not been educated on the importance of these smaller denominations of our currencies. So, please, every one of you, let us begin to face reality so that we can be able to really, not junkily, not playing, so that we can really change the situation of things in Nigeria. Believe me, I'm not the person that will tell you what you want to hear to please you. No. We need to face the truth. We need to face the reality so that we can get results in Nigeria and not the way we are currently going about it. An average Nigerian does not know why the president should not be the one that will appoint the Inspector General of Police. Does not know why the president should not be the one to appoint the Chief Justice of the Federation. Does not know why the president should not be the one to appoint the head of the army, the chief of army staff, or whatever they call it. So it's like swallowing everything that they give us. Then we go to the streets to be shouting, we want change, we want democracy, we want this. But the democracy begins from changing the laws. We have House of Rep members, National House of Rep members, State House of Rep members. We have senators and so on and so forth. The people that you sent to the House of Assembly, they are supposed to be the lawmakers, but they are not doing anything apart from signing budget into law. They don't do anything. Yet you cannot even recall them. In Nigeria, there is a law, there is the provision for recall. We voted you, but you are not doing what you said you will do, or you are not doing what we will like. So you can no longer be our representative. We are going to call for a vote, like a referendum. Let's put it that way, so that it will be a bit clear. In Nigeria, there is that law. If the person that is representing your constituency is not doing what you want that person to do, the area, the constituency, the community can call for a recall to remove that person from power. but they will never educate you. They will never tell you that these things are existing. So you don't know. So anybody that you put there must spend 8 years or 20 years without you being able to change anything. So this is the truth. That is why from time to time, I will try to be doing different videos to educate on different matters, but these laws are there in Nigeria, just that they are not enforced. So it is not about going out to campaign or to protest that will bring the changes that we want. The changes that we want begins with us and begins with the people that we sent to represent us. That is why we have a country that is divided into districts. Let us not talk about regions. We have a country that is divided into senatorial districts. Nigeria is divided into, I think, 6 geopolitical zones, if I can still remember correctly. Then we also have division into senatorial districts and further division into constituencies. We are talking about the level of lawmakers, not the executives. So all these people are there, but they are not doing anything. At times I feel shame when I see person like Dino Melaye crying and shouting, whereas they are there in the House of Assembly all this while they have been there, and they have not been able to change even one law or to modify one law. Then you come out to be shouting that they rigged you people out of election because you have already invested there to get gains, returns, and it didn't work the way you wanted it to. Now you are coming out to shout and cry like a baby. While you have been in the House of Assembly for years, a lot of them are there. They don't modify the laws. They don't even know. In fact, they don't even know the Nigerian law, let alone modifying it. Even when INEC brought these electoral laws, most of them signed it into a bill without signed it into law without even reading. They don't bring an or yeah, sign. They will just sign because that's not their problem. This is Nigeria for you. Okay. Once, if you are online, if you like to join. If not, now I will have to leave you and we'll talk again. What's the time now? It's almost 11:30 in Italy. It's almost 11:30. So if there is anybody that still wants to discuss or you have any questions or thereabouts, you can leave your comment. I will reply to you. If you want us to discuss one-on-one online, you can also comment or inbox me, send me a message. My phone number is there as well. Then we can come back online and talk. So for now, I will leave you. I will talk again later or tomorrow. God bless.